Can't seem to see my channel. I'm live. Oh, there we go. I'm live. Oh, there we go. Right, give me a minute. Sorry, I look a bit tired. I woke up. I had a long sleep. Well, I didn't get asleep till about 5 last night. I think something like that, or 5 this morning. I'm one of those people who can't really sleep that well. I have a lot of problem. I have a lot of problems sleeping at night times. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of a moan, a rant actually. Then I'm going to review something. So I know I spelled quickly wrong, so don't moan about that. I'll alter that later. Right, so not long ago, I bought one of these gold hunters off eBay. And within about 2 weeks, it kind of like started playing up on me. But then it suddenly kind of resolved itself. What I'll do, there's a few over here. Just to show you actually the one. Here's the one which I ordered on the 22nd. So after 2 weeks, it started like playing around a little bit. You know, it wouldn't detect what was in the hole. And you know, the reason I bought this one because I'm fed up buying all these cheap, nasty ones. You know, these £14, £15 ones because they don't last that long anyway. So I started watching a couple of reviews and people reviewing PinPointers were saying how good the gold hunter is. Being that one. Now, people actually done side by side comparison with a Garrett and you know, there's other PinPointers, and people swearing by, you know, Black and Blue that, you know, they are pretty good PinPointers. So I decided, look, you know, I am fed up buying these ones because, like, you know, these cheap ones, the plastic on them don't last that long. You know, this is one of my old ones which I took apart just to see, you know, what's inside it. You know, I can't repair this one whatsoever. But if you see, you know, I had that one for a little while and it started wearing a great big hole. I don't even see that. A hole right there on the side, and it was getting dirty. And like, I thought that's what might be affecting it. But even when I dug the dirt out and cleaned it, it still just kept going off by its own, you know, kind of thing. Now, I've noticed that those cheap ones will do that quite regular. You know, you can turn it on. As soon as you hold it upwards, it tends to just go off on its own. Now, I'm going to see if any of these ones do it. Not saying they will do it straight away, but sometimes they do it. That one seems okay at the moment. Sometimes if you pinpoint it, that one seems okay at the moment, but I'll tell you, these do go off on their own. But they seem to be okay at the moment. Now, I've got 3 cheap, nasty ones here. I think the most expensive one out of these was the green one, which cost me about £18. I think that one was like about 16, £12. Again, £12. But I also bought one of these ones, which was about 20 odd quid. I thought these were quite nice, but I find them a little bit kind of like, how can I put it, hard to operate, because like when you put it down at the pinpointer, it is going off, but it's still going off when you're not even pinpointing anything, you know. I think they said something about there is a delay on these when you pinpoint. Yeah. So when you turn it on, that's on, yeah. You pinpoint it, and there's a delay. All right. Now, if you don't want a delay, you have to wait till it stops the actual bleeping. You press the button again, so it's like a second one. And sometimes it'll still go off. Turn it off, turn it on, and press again. Yeah, that's 2. Point it down, then it stops. But I found that sometimes, you know, like even when you're pressing it down twice, it actually shuts it off on the second one as well. So I believe that there's a problem with these ones as well. So you're not in touching anything metal, and it's going off on its own. So with this one, I did use a few times, but got so kind of annoyed on, you know, trying to understand the damn thing. Why was it going off like these ones were, you know, when it's a more expensive pinpointer? I don't know. Maybe, you know, there is a fault with some of these, you know. This is a K Moon one. These are basic standard genetic ones, you know, GB pinpointers. Most of these are made in Hong Kong or China anyway, yeah. I've not even seen one pinpointer where it says made from USA or made in UK. They all seem to be like Chinese imports, you know. And Chinese use very cheap, you know, electronics in their gear. You know, apart from like mobile phones. You know, I've seen like mobile phones where you can go out and make your own mobile phone. So when I saw the review on a couple of videos about, you know, the gold hunter, where people, you know, were doing comparison side to side pinpointer tests, a few people, I'll say about 4 out of 5 were saying like, you know, these are really good. You know, 35 quid, 30 quid or whatever. They do vary on eBay actually. So I thought, yeah, you know, the guys, well, they're saying that they do, you know, beat the Garretts in one way. And look how much the Garrett pinpointers are, you know, they're about 100, 120 quid. I think the last cheapest one I saw was a Garrett AT pinpointer for 100. And the Garrett AT Pro was like 120 quid, you know, kind of thing. No, people won't got that money to keep going out and spending on pinpointers all the time. That's why we have to end up using the cheap, nasty ones, you know, kind of thing, because a lot of us don't have the money. 22nd of October, yeah. Ignore that bit there. I'll come to that bit in a minute, yeah. I bought one of these on the 22nd of October. Within 2 weeks, it started playing up on me. You know, you turned it on and it wasn't detecting nothing. So, you know, you turned it off, turned it back on, still nothing. You thought it was a battery, changed the battery over, you turn it back on, and it starts working again. But the other day, it just stopped working completely. No, even though I've done a couple of videos moaning and bitching about the damn thing, it still did turn on an occasion and detected stuff on the occasion, but not every time. Now, when I went out yesterday, I think it was, yeah, I had to come home early because I gave up on the damn thing. It just would not detect nothing, you know. You know, I changed the battery several times, and you know, you turn it on, you get like your normal bleep, and you know, you've got a target in the hole, and you're trying to use it, and it just ain't doing nothing. I did have my green one. No, actually, I think it was the orange one with me yesterday. Can't remember. I had one of these two with me yesterday, and you know, I was finding the finds, but it took me longer to find them with this than it did with this one, because these ones were actually pinpointing it practically straight away. You know, these ones take a little bit of time to find the actual object in the actual ground or on the surface or whatever it is. So, you know, I've been in touch with the eBay seller here, and the first thing she said to me, like the other day, what was it? She said something about, "Oh, I'm very sorry, you know, you're having problems. You know, can you like do a video and show me exactly what's going on?" Well, I didn't need to do a video because I've already done a video, me using the damn thing out in the field. So I said, look, you know, go to 1 hour and 7 minutes or whatever it is, yeah, and you can see me moaning about the damn pinpointer not working. So a day later, you know, being in China, I suppose, I had to like wait for them to reply to me, and they turned around and said, well, you know, are you sure there was something metal in the ground? I said, yes, there was definitely metal in the ground. And also said, you know, did you change the battery over? I said, yeah, I changed the battery over. Changed the battery over several times. But to cut the long story short, yeah, between me and this seller on eBay, yeah, I'll do another video. So I've done another video. And said, well, look, you know, change the battery over. Maybe you've got weak batteries. Oh, man, the batteries I buy off eBay are like the industrial strength ones, yeah. I don't go around buying the cheap, nasty ones from like a pound shop anymore. You know, even the pound shop ones are sometimes pretty good. You know, like the Sonic ones. I've never had problems with the Sonic ones, but they don't do those in the Poundland shop anymore. So I buy 10 of these for like £12 on Amazon. And I said to her, look, I'm not being funny, but it's not, you know, the batteries, brand new batteries. I tried several different batteries, you know, and it's still not working. It turn on, you hear the bleep, but as soon as you put it in the ground, you're not hearing nothing. And she goes, well, yeah, I'll get back to my engineer. So I was getting so fed up, you know, being fobbed off with, you know, like do this and do that, you know, kind of thing. Now, I did do another video. I showed her the video. And again, she turned around and goes, well, you know, maybe it's the batteries or maybe it, you know. So yesterday I said, look, I'll tell you, yeah, I've done everything I've been doing correctly. I want to have a refund or I want a replacement one. And she goes, well, let me just speak to my engineer one more time and see what they say. So yesterday I got so fed up, you know, waiting. I decided, no, I'm going to put in one of those like return things, yeah. And when you do that, you do get like a return slip, like so. And I told her, you know, like, I'm not happy with it. I want to send it back, you know, blah, blah, blah. She sends me an email just now, right? Let me see what it said. This is the last email to me, yeah? Which makes me laugh. Now, I've been metal detecting for 1.5 years, on and off kind of thing. I say if I had to put, you know, a rough period, you know, combined, probably about 6 months, you know. But this is what she goes. Thank you. Thanks for your message. And please don't worry. I just got a reply from our technical staff. It is because of the wrong operation. It is wrong to turn it on when you point to the metal, which would make it unable to detect metal after turned on. You have to turn it on with no metal surrounding the pinpointer. And then after you hear the bleep, you can use it. That would be okay. Sorry to inconvenience caused, and could you please kindly try again? I've tried it. Look, this is the same model here. No, actually, I'm going to have to redo it. Hold on. Let me get it out of the bag again. It'd probably call me a liar. It probably started working now, like it has done in a couple of times, you know. So when I tried to do the video to show it wasn't working, it started working. And I had to do like 5 takes on the video when it didn't start working. So what she's trying to say right here is this, which I always do. You turn the damn thing on. You hear the bleep. It's working now. But out in the cold, when I was out in the cold yesterday, you know, I just turned it on and nothing. So it works 1 minute, not the next minute, and I told her that. So I was wondering there might be some kind of reset. I've been like pressing the lower button, which changes the you know, the settings, and then turning it on and seeing that would do anything. And like I say, you know, sometimes you turn it on and then you turn it back on and then nothing, you know, kind of thing. So there's definitely a fault with it, and I've told her that. And as I say, the reason I bought this because I, you know, the reviews of, you know, what I see people doing. Now I'll probably send this back, and they turn it on and say, well, there's nothing wrong with it because I don't read their messages. Yeah. Now, while I've been trying to sort this problem out, I've seen a few people on Facebook requesting like tips, you know, like for the top. Now, I don't know. I know some metal detectors have like, you know, screw on tips things, yeah. But what I found on eBay are these little plastic covers. Now, if you want me to put the link on, I can put the link on where to get these. They will actually fit on most of the pinpointers, being like these ones, and you just push it on. Now, the only thing is, if you're in like damp, wet, soggy, muddy ground, it is a possibility that it will go in that little gap there because of the groove there. It pushes it up, and you still get like a gap there. So if you're kind of like deep in, you know, you are definitely going to still get mud in there. I'm not saying it's going to like do any kind of like anything to the pinpointer. No, I've actually let's see, like the battery, for instance, yeah. Right, let me do it with it off. So that's, you know, about 4 inches, probably 5. Right, put it on. It doesn't really affect it. No, all it is like a little plastic cover, you know, protect the tip, because you can't replace these. You know, once that's worn down, you're just going to have to throw the damn thing away and get another one, another pinpoint anyway. How much was this actually? I can't remember. Hold on. I know it was £6, and I've got four for £6. Let me see. Go on to my eBay. And these came like in a standard plastic, well, a standard envelope, burn envelope, second class. Let me go on to my eBay. Hold on. Purchase. Oh, hang on. What am I now? Sign out. So I'm not reading chat at the moment either because I'm trying to go onto my eBay. No, I wouldn't mind a Garrett if I could afford a Garrett. I wouldn't mind. Like, I prefer to get a mine nab, I suppose, because they look quite nice, the mine nab ones. But I know they're just damn too expensive. You know, unless you've got plenty of money to burn, then go for the expensive gear. But when you're on like a disability, or on or you're not working, you're on something like benefit, you just can't afford to buy all this like expensive stuff. Purchase. Right, I'll post the link in a second to these. Now these are just like rubber, well I suppose they are rubber, plasticky rubber covers for your PinPointer. The only thing is they won't fit certain ones. You'd have to look through eBay. They call them tip protectors. PinPointer tip protectors. So there's that one there. Now I've noticed though, right, it won't fit on some of them. Like that one's got a thinner neck on it. Yeah, put that in, that just fall off. Now I've noticed that some you can get these in China. I can't remember what they might call them tip protectors. I'm not sure, but you can get the same amount for less. For about £1 or £2. So I'm thinking of actually ordering some more off eBay for like just mainly spares, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's like 3 you get for £6. But if you check out on eBay, let me see if I can find any on eBay. I'm sure there was. Yeah, you can get like. Well, actually, they call them pack of 10 pool cube tip protectors. So I'm not sure if they're going to be the same size or not. Now you can even get a packet of 20 for £3.35. The only thing to do is buy, like some off eBay from Chinese website, and hopefully they might be the same size. Like you don't have to buy a pack of 20 at £3. The cheapest ones I've seen at China, and I think no, £2.28. And I'm pretty sure they are the same type. The Chinese call it pack of 10 pieces, 13mm pool billiard Q-tip rubber protect back. So there's the Chinese one. I'm just going to see if they are the same kind of thing. So you can get them for the Fisher. But it's the same kind of thing. Pack of these 3 black vinyl tip protectors compatible with Fisher, F-Pulse and Technics, TechPoint, milk detecting, PinPointer probes. Get flexible and will comfort well to the angular shape of the probe tip. They are perfect for preventing wear and tear to the tip when probing in sand and gravel. They do not affect performance in any way, look great in black, and are fully submersible. You would use your milk detector with a coil protect on, so why subject your PinPointer to damaging wear. Incredibly quickly in beach and marine environment. Use these to keep it in tip-top shape. See them on your YouTube here, so there's an actual video of them on YouTube. I've actually posted a YouTube video on them.
So these are
some English guys. Might as well share the channel as well. So that's an English guy doing a review on them. Now I probably will actually order a packet of 10 from China and just see if they are compatible. If not, I'm pretty sure I might be able to find some use for them. But you know what I'm trying to say, guys, with these PinPointers here, you got to be very wary with some of the sellers on there, because they will try to fob you off in hope that, you know, you're going to get so annoyed that you're just going to say, well, screw it, you know, throw one side and buy a new one. Well, that's what I've practically had to do in one way, but I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to send it back. You know, when you request for a return, you automatically get one of these sent to you from eBay with the seller's name and address on. I got up to the 28th of December. I'm actually going to post it probably Monday. You know, I'm just going to wait a little bit more time to see what they say on the next email to me tomorrow. And I have told them I've already got the postal thing, and I'm going to be sending them back in the next couple of days. And I want them. And I said I do not want that one sent back to me. You know, it's the way they actually talk to you. You know, actually they're trying to make you a thick person. You know, oh, you turn it on first before you put it in the ground. Well, yeah, of course you turn it on. You don't turn it on. You don't turn it on in the ground and then pinpoint it. Every person I've known and seen on YouTube turn it on, then put it on into the ground and detect whatever's in the service or in the actual hole or in the plug, you know, whatever, you know, kind of thing. They try to make you sound thick, you know, oh, look, you tell me thick and like, you know, get him to carry on doing this, and it's more time, you know, before we can actually email him. So it's a day after a day after day after a day, you know, like wasting your time trying to get a proper resolvement, and like, you know, for them to say, okay, we'll either refund you or, you know, we'll send you a replacement or something, yeah. On, you know, like you can't do that on Amazon. You know, once you've got a problem with something, yeah, and you contact Amazon and the seller on Amazon, you know, they've got to actually have it back. You know, once they say, like, you know, okay, if there's a fault, send it back to us and we send a replacement. But on eBay, they get, you know, these sellers get away with, you know, trying to fob you off left, right, and centre, and they attempt to like fob you off so much that you're thinking, well, you know, oh, fuck it, 35 quid, I ain't going to bother with it. And they hope that you go and throw it in the bin and not, you know, ask for a refund or a replacement. I'm not doing that. 35 quid is a 35 quid. 35 quid I can't afford to lose or waste, you know, and throw in the bin. I want another working one. And I did tell her, I said on an email, I said, I'm getting so annoyed with you telling me, you know, keep doing this and doing that. I've had to go and buy another pinpoint from another company. But this ain't stopping me. I'm sending this back and I want a refund or replacement. And you might turn around and say, well, why do you want another one? You've just ordered another one. Spares. It's always good to have spares, I said, you know. So, although I've got 4 pinpointers there, the better one is the Gold Hunter. It is a nice pinpointer. I don't think you can be too rough for them. That's what they're meant to be for. To detect the in the hole or in the fact. I can't talk today. I don't know why. These are meant to be used kind of roughly in one way, I suppose, because you're fumbling around, trying to find out. And I've seen people use these really rough. I tried to be kind of gentle with my one. Trying to take a little bit more care for it. That's why I now bought these little plastic covers, so that this tip will not wear. And I had this one for about 3 months, I think it was, until I went over to one of my local greeneries, open spaces, and I was just detecting. And if I had known that was wearing away, I would have stopped and came home straight away. But because I was fumbling around in the holes and everything, it got worse and worse. And when I actually did see it, I thought, crap, that's why it's not working now. I've seen them. Let me see if I can actually show you what's inside it. I don't think I put the screwdriver back in. Screw back in. I want to show you what's inside these. The screws are up. Well, I'll go and get my spanner. Actually, I've got two tweezers here. So for those who don't know what's inside a pinpointer, I'm going to show you. The rod don't iron, I don't know why. What's stopping it? Right. So inside of a pinpointer is one circuit board. Now, I didn't break this, on purpose. It's already broken anyway. But you get this it's like a ferrite rod, and that rod connects onto here, which are these 2 pins, top ones, and that's the back of it. And there's your on and off switch. Now, the reason why this one packed up is that on and off switch did actually break on it. Now, I could possibly replace the on and off switch, maybe. Use a soldering iron. I've got some switches possibly about that size in my little component box. But I didn't want to fix it, because you're talking about 10, 12 pounds to go buy one of these. What's the point of repairing them all the time, So I thought, well, what I'm going to do is take it apart, and I'm going to show people on a video one day exactly what they're like. And I believe this is like a ferrite rod. Could be wrong, but that's what it is. Tube, 125 Celsius, body VW-1. Rod at the bottom. And there's your beeper, and that there is your vibrator motor. That's actually what. And when you're bleeping, you get the sound coming out of there. So that's what is inside of a pinpointer. With the more you know, technical ones like these ones, it's going to be similar, but you're going to have two on and off buttons, like, well, one push button to change the actual, you know, like if you want vibrate or vibrate and sound, or just sound by itself, you're going to have the one like that. So you're going to have two buttons. You're going to have your normal on and off button. So you go. Where's that come from? Oh, that's come from. I think that might have come from there, actually. But yeah, I thought I'd show you that. I think that comes up. No, that comes there. Oh, I know. That's the switch, isn't it? Yeah. So, you know, like, there's not a lot to them, actually, you know, apart from the circuit board. It's got, you know, kind of like a lot on that side and very little on that side. I'm actually going to keep this open in case someone wants to see this video again, or get me to do another video similar to this. Thing is, I can be a bit of a problem trying to get back in. You have to put it back in a particular way. There you go. So you can't just, like, you know, if you've got a broke one, you can't just shove it straight back in. It's got to go into a particular angle. So I'll put it back up there. No, as I say, I was thinking about trying to repair it, but what's the point, you know? They're only about 10, 12 quid on eBay, so that's why I bought another one. But that one was a little bit more expensive, so I wanted the orange one. The green one also bought. I think when that one went down, I bought the orange one, and that started playing around. So then I bought another black one. Then I bought another green one. Like, in between buying these, I bought that one. You know, it works, but no, I don't understand why it goes off on its own. It is a 2-node one. And I think the reason why it does that is to give you more time in pinpointing it. No, but I've used this several times, and no, to be honest, I wish I never bought it. I don't really like it, you know. But I won't throw it away, because there might be a day where, you know, I'm having more problems with the new PinPointer, and, you know, instead of taking one of those, I might have to take that one. But you know, these are probably worth getting, to be honest with you. I will order 10 off eBay for £2.30 or whatever it is, you know, as a spare, because, you know, even the seller says, like, you know, it will, you know, protect your pointer, which it does. But how long would it actually take for that to start wearing away? You know, especially in, well, sand does wear things away. You know, gravel, rocks, stones, pebbles. You know, when you're digging around, it is going to eventually wear away. And you're going to have to, like, throw it away and put a new one on. So it's probably going to be worth, you know, buying a few more on eBay, which I'll probably do. But I'm not going to buy them from England. I'm going to buy them from China and get 3 times more for less money. But I've got to make sure that they are the right ones. And here's the Chinese site if you want to buy some for yourself. But, you know, just do a YouTube search on the PinPointer covers, the protective tips. Make sure they're probably around about the same size. I don't have a ruler with me at the moment, so I'm going to have to wait until I find a ruler before I actually order any more. So it comes to the crunch. I normally take 2 PinPointers out with me anyway. One of these and spare backup, but yesterday, even my backup was playing around with me. You know, it was going off on its own. and it really got me so peed off. I just said, nah, sorry, I'm going home. And I only done like probably about 2 hours metal detecting yesterday, when I like to do at least 4 or 5 hours, kind of thing. But with these ones being smaller, I don't know where I could get a smaller point for this one, but no, this one wears down. But just be wary when you're buying your pinpointers, because pinpointers, it's just like any kind of electronics, it will eventually wear down, pack up, kind of thing. But I've not had that pinpointer for a whole month. Packed up a lot more over the last week than it did a couple of weeks ago. And they just saw, I turned it on, put it down to my electric fan down there. On maybe once or twice it went off, but when I took it out yesterday, first time I turned it on, didn't work. I kept mucking around with it, changed the battery over several times, still won't work. Then suddenly I turn it on and it'll work 1 minute, and as soon as you turn it off and turn it back on, it won't work. So, out of all the times I did try it yesterday, it worked about twice out of about 20 times. So I'm hoping when they get this back, they'll actually know that it definitely doesn't work. I just hope that they don't turn it on and start working for them. So they turn around and say, well, we've got your thing back and it does work. So, well, you keep testing it. Test it for about 20 times. That should work every single time you turn it on, and it doesn't. So, because of the review, as I say, I did like it, and it gave me, pretty good pinpointing accuracy on this one. Not that one. On this one, than it did on this one. With this one, you're fumbling around trying to find it, but this one is practically picking up within seconds, kind of thing. While that one's taking about 10, 20 seconds to find it. So that's the reason why I decided to buy one. Because of the reviews that people are putting up on them. So if I had the money, I probably would buy a Garrett or a Minelab one, but I just don't have the funding. 35 quid is a lot of money for me at the moment. And if my son hadn't bought me the Minelab GoFind 44, I wouldn't have been able to get that till like middle of next year. So I'd have to be putting all my loose change in a jar to save up for it. But he said to me, like, what are you looking at on eBay, Dad? And I said, I'm just looking how much these detectors are. I want to get a new one. I said, I have got a couple, but I don't think they're doing what I want, to be honest with you. Like, I know sometimes, metal detectors do give false readings. I've seen a lot of people say that, you do get false readings in the ground. And I think it's down to the weather conditions and, the moisture of the ground and all that kind of stuff. And I said, I've been watching a lot of people using these, and, there's a lot of, good reviews on them. The only thing I didn't like on the Minelab is that the arm, the plastic armrest, is smaller than normal. It should have been like more wider, because it is like very small, and like even if you took the Velcro strap off, I don't like using the Velcro strap, so I will probably take my one off. It's still on at the moment, but the round arm groove is smaller than all the other metal detector ones I've got, and that's the only down with it, actually, to be honest with you. I could have made the structure a little bit more better. No, I'm not sure if it's plastic or fiberglass. I think, if it's fiberglass, it'd be a lot more better, more sturdier. But I did watch a review the other day, and they said, like, when you're actually like swinging around, you can hear the actual arm rattling a little bit, kind of thing, which is a little bit of a problem. But some people will kind of like just ignore that because they're more concentrating on, trying to find what they're finding. But yeah, there is a slight vibration, a slight rattle in the arm. So and that needs to like check out on. Now I don't know what difference is between a 44 and a 40. Maybe it's just an upgrade with the software. Maybe another feature, I don't know. But I did see like one of the MindLab websites was still selling the MindLab Go Find 40 for like 140 odd quid, kind of thing. Which someone done. My son did say, why don't you get the 66? I said, no, the 44 is okay. It's only like one or two. The only thing I do miss on it though is the actual, although you got like the little bars to show you how deep it is, I like to see it like with the other metal detectors, where it says like the depth is like 10 inches or 12 inches, or the actual reading, like a coin could be 75, which I know on my bounty hunter old King George coins were reading up 75. On this one it just flashes like as a coin icon, and that's what I miss on it. If they had done it as a coin icon and still have the digital numbers, that would have even been better. But then you could say, well, okay, it's saying like a coin and it's giving me a 75, and most of the digs I've got on a 75 has been a coin. That's the only thing I miss on it, is the actual LDC digital numbering. So it's, like when you're using that, it's more kind of like missing that particular function. So unless they do another one, another Find Go later on, and actually had the LDC numbering on, that'd be cool, I suppose. But shush, night time for your food. But yeah, I think that's it really. And I've posted, if I remember in a minute after sorting the damn cat out, which probably you won't want to see biscuit skin. After I finish the video, I'll put in the below the actual link to these ones, the English and the Chinese sellers. And if you want any, they do fit quite snugly actually. Pull them off. So I reckon these will probably last, well, to me, a good few dozen sessions outside. But I probably will actually try to get their measurements. The only thing is I don't know where my rulers are. I keep losing everything. The only downside of it is that when you do put them on, you're going to get that little gap underneath because of this bit here. If they had done them so that you could slide them on and there wasn't no gap, that'd even be better. But I don't think these were actually made for pinpointers. I think these were probably made for snooker tips, like it said on the Chinese site. And I know they do different sizes, which I want to find, because I don't want to be buying them off the link I just posted and finding that they are. I want to get the right measurements and see if I can find that Chinese site and get the right measurement ones before I buy any more. It's like if the crunch comes to the crunch and I can't find a website or an eBay seller cheaper to buy these ones, instead of like £3 for £6, when you get £3 for £6 on an English seller, or it's 10 for £2.20 on a Chinese seller. till I find the right ones, you know, I can always take one off the other one. I have noticed that with this one though, although you push it on, it's a lot easier to pull off as well. But on these ones, it's a little bit harder. So maybe the neck on these are just a fraction smaller than these are. No, because like I said, like you've got different PinPointers with different neck sizes anyway. Some people might even decide to actually trim away the part down there, but then that way, if you do that, well, it's not going to catch. So you're going to need that rim there anyway for it to capture and, you know, to stay on there. Right, I'm going to go sort the cat out. Not sure what I'm going to be doing for tomorrow. Let's get my phone and see what the weather's like. So, because I didn't know, I've got those ones, but they're not all that good. There's my camera thing there. I didn't go out today, which I was hoping to do, but that PinPointer new one did turn up the day early, so it was supposed to be here till tomorrow. So let me just check for tomorrow's weather. What day is it today now? Thursday. So let me check for tomorrow. Now, if it's dry tomorrow, I'll probably go out and do some detecting tomorrow, but I think it might be raining tomorrow. I'm not sure. Said it was raining, yeah, raining tomorrow. But moderate. Moderate rain. No, I'll have to wait until Saturday and go. I'll go out on my permission Saturday. Take the mine lad. Go find 40 with me. So tomorrow will probably be another day in. Sorting out a few things, I suppose. Right. So next video will probably be Saturday night when I'm at milk detecting during the daytime. Me and Alan, I think, are going to be meeting up next Tuesday. But the problem is, next Tuesday meant to be raining. Unless the weather changes, because the weather does change quite a lot. Like I said, it's going to be all dry next week, but now it's changed again. From 1 o'clock all the way through the rest of the evening. It's meant to be raining on Tuesday. And I think that's the only day he's got off because he's gone back to work. In with a bad arm. The guy's bravely decided to screw it. I can't take too much time off. I need to go back to work. Even if it's light work, he's going back to work, apparently. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm off. Considering what to have to eat today, I've got a choice. I can have scrambled egg on toast. I can have beans and sausage on toast. I can have a nice fried chicken sandwich. I normally buy like a little sachets of rice, which I forgot to do the other day. So I would have had that with my chicken. Oh no, sorry, it ain't chicken, it's pork, because chicken's a bit expensive now, so I had to buy pork again. The last time I had pork and rice. So I might have to go and get some rice tomorrow, actually. I don't really fancy toast, actually. I might just have like plain buttered bread with scrambled egg. Or I might have another ham and cheese sandwich. I'll sort that out later. I've got like about 5 YouTube pop-ups come up now. Right, so I'll catch you all later. have a good day, good night, good evening, whatever. And yeah, next video will probably be Saturday if I don't go anywhere tomorrow. Yep, catch you later.